In this video, I would like to present to you the basic technique of using the TriggyHand to create pressure on a chosen spot of your body. Let's say, for example, that I would like to create pressure here, somewhere here. I'm using this just as an example. You would use this basic technique to generally cover the areas in front of your body because it's the most straightforward technique. You begin by placing the middle finger of the TriggyHand arm on the chosen spot. You would adjust the rotation of the arm so that, well, on this spot, this rotation basically is not very important, but you can, as you saw in the features video, you can utilize these two fingers to somehow limit the pressure that you create. So you rotate it into the position that you wanted, place the middle finger on your spot, choose the appropriate hole, and lean in. As you lean into the arm, you are creating the pressure on your chosen spot. Now here you can choose several variations here. You can come into the body from above, you can go directly in, or you can go from below. And once you're leaning into the body, into the arm, you can vary the angle of the pressure, and you can also vary the amount by leaning more or less in. There is a very important principle here. When you lean in, it is the most important thing that you lean into the direction of the arm. If you lean sideways, the whole construction collapses. This is especially important with the techniques, advanced techniques, when you go from behind. Nothing is holding the TriggyHand arm in place, but this is not such an issue because you are holding the arm with your body. The important thing is that you lean into the arm. This may seem as a simple principle, but it can be easily violated without knowing it. For example, I'm trying to show you now how to utilize the TriggyHand on this spot here, and I'm eager to show you the camera here, and I'm saying now I will now lean in, but I'm leaning in, and this is what happens. Why is this happening? Because I'm not leaning into the arm, I'm leaning sideways, and everything falls down. If I want to create the pressure here, I need to lean into the arm, and in order to do so, I have to rotate my body in the right direction into the arm, so now I can lean into the arm. The same happens if you want to go from below. The same thing happens. I'm trying to lean apparently into the arm, but the arm slides away above the shoulder. So what I need to do here, if I come in from below, I need to buckle in a little bit. Now I'm leaning into the arm, and now the pressure gets created. Okay? So leaning into the arm is the most important thing. It is not important to have the TriggyHand arm in any particular angle. You can come in from the side at a very steep angle. Just as long as you lean into the arm, everything is okay. Just the moment you lean sideways, everything falls apart. It may look to you at first sight that this construction is not robust, and it will always happen that you will lose the arm and the arm will fall down. This is just an illusion. It has never fallen down for me, and you get very easily and quickly used to using it the right way. As I said, the right way is to push into the arm. But nevertheless, there is a trick you can do if you really think that you will keep losing the arm and the arm will keep falling down. The trick is to tie a shoelace here, like this. And now you can hold this shoelace, or whatever string you take, in the other hand, and now you can lean into the arm, and if something goes wrong, the hand does not fall down on the floor. This is especially useful with a little bit more advanced techniques. If you don't feel comfortable yet for going from behind. Just keep the shoelace, and if you lean sideways, this is not falling on the floor. The arm not being attached is actually a chosen design. As already explained in the features video, these holes are very easy to pick and to change the position. With a mechanism that would hold the arm in place, this would not go so easy. And the whole point of using the TriggyHand is that it is very easy to create pressure on a chosen spot. There is another consideration, you may say. If you're using the TriggyHand, let's say from behind, and something goes wrong, the arm falls down and it's not in your way when you lose the balance, should you lose the balance. There's another trick that I'd like to point out. As you're leaning into the arm, it is a very good idea to have the other hand on the arm, and this is for the orientation purposes. At least for me, it works better if I hold my hand here, I orient my rotation of body better compared to this position. My hand is down and I'm just leaning in. Mainly in the frontal, when you use the TriggyHand for frontal spots, this is not so important, but once you go from behind, this is always a cool idea to have one or the other hand, maybe this one, close, because there is a difference between this and this. Like this I'm not very comfortable. Like this I have good orientation where I am, and I can even move the arm. Once you're finished with the spot, with the chosen spot, it is easy and it's a good idea to move just a little bit to the side of it. So left, right, up or down, and push in again. And this is now, you see, you can very quickly go from one spot to the other when these spots are very near. In this way I can cover, if I go for trigger points, I can cover the whole area of the muscle, and I can really be sure that I got the trigger point. If the one feature of a trigger point is that it hurts when you press against it, and by moving slightly in the area you can be sure to find the trigger point. You will identify it by the pain that you will feel. Let me also say a few words about the angle of the arm. As you can see, when I make my angle steeper, what starts happening is that the shaft starts pushing the arm out of the hole, and eventually the arm will slide out of the hole. The angle at which this happens is quite steep, and you won't encounter this very often, but nevertheless I would recommend that you start with a straight angle, not like this, if there is no special reason for this. Okay, let me quickly summarize the basic technique. You pick a spot, set the middle finger against the spot, you mind the rotation, you choose the appropriate hole and lean into it. Once you're here, you can adjust the angle and you can adjust the amount of pressure. You keep the other hand close for balance. And once you're finished with this spot, you just choose the one very close to it to cover a larger area. And that's really it. You have seen in this short presentation that using the TriggyHand is really quite straightforward, it's easy and it's effortless. It may seem to you that at the beginning you will feel clumsy or that it will feel awkward, but I must tell you that this feeling goes away very quickly. In practically no time you will feel very confident in using the TriggyHand, and it will be your best buddy for the time to come. So go and have fun with the TriggyHand.